Alright, here's it going. I'm Anthopants. We're on day 91 of the Blaze No Death Mania challenge. Yeah. Let's just jump right in. But yeah, day 91. Okay. that's all I gotta say about it. Was practicing 7 today, just the full 7 elevator. Definitely notice that the... How's it going, Putrid Being? Yeah, the jet section is definitely like the hardest to get through. But yeah, I probably put in, I don't know what I put in, maybe like 20 runs, something in that range, you know, 15 to 20. Did get through a 7 no death elevator in practice, so 1/3 ninja. Is that what's the other 2/3? Is it pirate? Is the other 2/3 pirate? Yeah, hopefully today's the day. How's it going, Golden Axe? What's the Zamza sword exploit strat? I don't actually know what that is. Yeah, the other two there's just, yeah, a regular guy, that's all. Yeah, I'm curious about what this sword strat is. But, how's it going, Tomboy Player? What? I can't, Tomboy Player, I can't even read what you just... 1/3 grr ninja? What? What? Does not compute. How's it going, Soch King? What day is it? The day? Oh my gosh, is this the day that I finally get to tell you a fake day? Today is day $1 million. It's day 91. 100 billion. Will I be interested in New Era version 3 when it comes out? Yeah. I want to play Shiva for New Era version 3. So there's a couple things that like I'm going to... I'm not going to stop doing this, but I'm going to... I will be playing those things. Like, I'm going to play the Marvel Cosmic Invasion. I always want to say Alliance for some reason, but anyway, I'm going to be playing Marvel Cosmic Alliance when that comes out. And I do plan on playing version 3 of Streets of Rage 2 New Era. So, like, whenever those two things come out, I'm going to stop playing this for that stream and play that. So, but I will come back to this if I don't get it by the time those things happen. Grey Ninja? Gree Ninja is the name of a Pokemon, a frog based off of a ninja. Oh. This must be some like new school Pokemon stuff, because I don't remember that one. Unless it was like, was that like original 150 Pokemon? Because after that my little brother started getting a little bit too old and I didn't really get to keep up on it. Oh, Soch King, thank you for the 250 bits. What? That's not even... You didn't even get the day right there, Soch King. A frog ninja. It sounds too Ninja Turtles-y. I don't like it. Soch King, thank you for the 91 bits. What happened? Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh, I'm so happy you did that, because now I get to show off the Aberdee dog. I replaced the default bit thing with the Aberdee dog. Everyone's favorite. But thank you, Soch King. You don't have to. You don't have to keep. You don't have to keep doing it, Soch King. But I appreciate it. But you don't. It's yeah. It's fun when you do it. But oh my gosh, you may end up doing this to the point where it does turn out to be 1 million bits. Yeah, I don't have the same hangups about Remake that I used to have. Before, like, there wasn't a lot of people... Here's the thing people don't get. One, I don't have... I don't know if I'm going to be able to say this one. Well, I'm trying to survive the first level over here. Anyway, we'll get to it later. Yeah, so I don't have the natural-born talent to play as well as I do, which sounds weird. So what I do is I pull every resource I have in order to play beyond my natural-born, like, you know, talent point. And one of those resources that I have is a little skill known as zealotry. So I become a bit of a zealot when I'm doing something. So like the first time I was going for no death on Mania, I was like a Mania zealot and just pretended like no other difficulty existed, and anyone who played on any other difficulty was a big fat baby. And you know, like that's just, and like, do I honestly believe that stuff? No, but I just use that, like that little extra whatever that is, as motivation to do something. I don't remember where I'm going with this. Anyway, so when it comes to Remake, because there wasn't a lot of people who would speedrun Streets 2 on Mania, and because Streets 4 was coming out, I wanted to like support the actual Streets of Rage games, the legitimized games. There's no longer a reason for me to be a zealot anymore about that stuff. So yeah, I don't know. I just haven't played Remake at this point, mainly because I just am doing other things. But I wouldn't have any hangups playing Remake anymore at this point, because I don't need to be a zealot about the legitimate Streets of Rage games, in order to accomplish things on the legitimate Streets of Rage games. I'm hoping this makes sense to people. I don't know if people understand this at all. I could give people an example of something like outside of myself, which I hope will make total sense to them on like what it is. Getting old, Grandpa. Yeah. What? Sad Flows. How's it going? Sad Flows. I don't know if I like that name. How come it's not Happy Flows? Stradivarius, what's up? Hey, Soulcraft. Yeah. As Amazon drops fades in, a fireball to make the eggs explode and then start spamming Sword Strike. He'll block and the eggs explosion will cause them damage as the Sword Swipes. It basically has the same insta-kill as Max's Thunder Tackle, but with Blaze. You're kidding! I didn't know about this. So do we need to worship you? Is that how it goes? No. Please don't. Yeah. Yeah, don't worship any human. That's the real secret. The real secret is don't worship any of them. Anyone who starts like, you know, starts acting like you should, that person's off the rocker. So anyone who thinks they have all the answers does not have all the answers. First of all, like, forget about all that. Nonsense. Gosh, yeah, I'm yeah, I'm gonna totally try this sword strat now. Yeah. Yeah, so Zamsa's going to be blocking because of the, go in block mode because of the explosion, and then you're just basically using the sword to, like, keep it in place, I think. I'll have to look and see, yeah, if I can actually pull it off. It's difficult to do it, like, off of an explanation as opposed to, like, a video. So, there's definitely... Yeah, I'm always fascinated by, like, old school kind of speed running and, like, old school playing, because people will say something, like, and it just was, like, forums where you had to write stuff down, and they'll give, like, detailed descriptions on, like, how to do something, and then people will try it and be like, this just doesn't work, it's nonsense, you know, it's just somebody trolling. And then, like, it'll be, like, you know, 20 years later, a video will come out with, like, the person doing it. It's like, oh, that's how you do it, oh, okay. Because there's only so much you can do off a description, as I'm getting wrecked. Thank you for not throwing me. What a nice guy. This kind of stuff drives me nuts, because it's like, when I slam the signal, I should hit Donovan with that slam. And you know, like, when I'm throwing guys behind myself, I should hit anyone who's, like, behind me. But it's just, like, there. The guy just is, like, directly in it, and he doesn't get hit by it. Yeah, I remember the strategy guides. I remember anytime you bought, like, a game, they were, like, trying to sell you a strategy guide with it, and this is, like, kind of pre-internet, really, where... A little bit pre-internet, or super early internet, where, like, there wasn't a ton of information on the internet. But yeah, every game, for a while, was being released with a strategy guide. Not, like, every, but... You know, any RPG was going to get released with a strategy guide. A lot of, like... You've seen Iopa and Mr. Tomahawk do it. Okay. Huh. Fireball has to break the exit as he's landing. Yeah, I mean, he's in there, then he just spawns in. But I'll try it. I'll try it and see if I can figure out the timing for it. Yeah, the coolest one on Zamsa is actually Skates. Skate has a really cool one on Zamsa. There you go, bud. Skate just does the down hit, and then Zamsa does like a little mini uppercut. Doesn't go like all the way up where he jumps, he just does like that mini uppercut. And then you're just spamming the down hit with Skate. That one's good. Max has a good one too. I haven't done, I don't think I've done the Max one with the sword though, which is like a TAS move, but supposedly you can do it real time. Ugh, terrible job. Okay, assume nope. Skate Mania world record got lowered in the last 24 hours. Really? By who? Huh. That's it. Yeah, that's interesting. How's it going, haha? So the record holder lowered their own record. Yeah. I didn't get this guy pulled? You're kidding. Mr. Nyanta got a 40. He got a 47-44 with skate. Wow, man. Yeah, the game, let me think if there's... How many soft locks there are in this game? I know there's one on Bear. I think you can soft lock on Bear. And I know there's one on 6. The boss on 6 you can soft lock, where the boss goes out of screen and then never comes back in. Which is why I break the sandbags outside, because I don't know if that's what's doing it, but I've never had the soft lock happen when I break the sandbags. And I've had the soft lock happen when I don't break the sandbags. It's almost like he gets stuck behind the sandbags, even though I think that's impossible. Thanks, Alex. How's it going? Yeah, but I don't know if there's other spots. And I think in the bear section you actually can. I think your character freezes. There's something you can do to freeze your character. Then I think you kill the boss with an overhead throw with skate. With one of the bongos, and it can actually soft lock the game, or it doesn't soft lock it. Your character freezes where you can't move your character, almost like it ends the game, but then the enemies keep coming at you. So the only thing you can do is your charge attack, because that's the only thing you can actually do when the game, like when a screen, you know, stops, basically, and you lose control of your character. The only thing you can do is actually like your charge attack. So then you can charge attack everyone to death. But yeah, anyway, I don't know. So yeah, it's not technically a soft lock, I guess. The Acrobat Duo boss never spawned on the final stage. Really? Huh. I don't know if I've heard of that one before. But yeah, the first game has a weird glitch with, on the last stage where if you go 2-player, you can end up, I think, throwing each other like outside of the game, and then it like actually like goes straight to the credits or something like that. So the fastest way of beating the game in 2-player mode is to actually just like at the beginning of the last stage just completely skip the rest of the stage. by just glitching it out. Oh! Hang on this one. We'll see if I can remember to actually do the thing. I don't think I did it right. I'll have to look up a video on how it's done so I can actually see what the timing of it is. Or what they're actually, like, what they're doing and why they're doing it. But I think I hit the egg sacs a little bit too early. It has tight timing. Tomahawk worked out a setup for timing it. Okay. Really? Oh, we'll see how 4 goes. This is the stage that teaches you who you are. No worries, Stradivarius. Yeah, obviously, yeah. Get sleep over watch stream. That's my suggestion to people. You definitely want to take care of yourself over watching the stream. So on the player 2's controller, you hold B and C when you select the options. I think it's called options in the game. Other than that, is the code that unlocks Mania mode, and very easy. And it actually unlocks like almost everything. It unlocks like level select, you know, the extra lives, the Mania mode, yeah. Yeah, it's kind of funny because they made Streets of Rage on like mobile. They have Streets of Rage 2 on mobile, but then there's no way to access Mania because there's no second controller on mobile. So you're just like, okay. Oh, thanks, 1/3 Ninja. Yeah. I'll have to visit my Instagram account. Yeah. I don't know when the last time I visited was, but yeah, I don't go on Instagram too much, but I do have an account, yeah. Thank you, though. I think you can also send private messages on Twitch, too. Because people send me private messages on Twitch. So. Is it A and B on controller 2, not B and C? Okay, there you go. Sorry. Sorry. No, I think the mobile version of Streets of Rage 2 is the exact same game, I think. But it just has like touchscreen controls for the buttons. And there's no second controller, so you can't access Mania. It stinks, because it'd be funny trying to beat it. Trying to beat the mobile version with the touchscreen, because it's not easy. Oh, I'm not the person to ask for codes. I'm not the person to ask for a lot of stuff, as it turns out. Yeah. It's interesting, yeah, it's interesting the stuff I don't know. But yeah. Typically when it comes to like setting up like a stream or any of that stuff, electronics stuff, usually I'm the expert of the community, unless Zallard's on, because Zallard knows more of the technical stuff than I do. I'm not good with like, yeah, the names and stuff. It's like I can hook something up, I can put a computer together. I don't necessarily know the name of all the stuff that I'm hooking up though. I know what it does, I understand the concepts of it, I just don't know what it's called. Because for some reason my brain's like thinks that's the most unimportant thing in the world. The only reason why you have to know that stuff is so you can talk with other people about it, but if you know how to do it, you don't have to talk to other people about it. The only people who are trying to talk to you about it are the ones who don't know what they're doing. Anyway, I don't know. I'm bad at everything except winging the game, yes. That's kind of it. Yeah, that is the thing I've developed myself to be pretty good at. Is playing a game and just kind of winging it as best I can. I am pretty good at that. Oh, hit the guy! Azzy Jazzy, thank you for the sub. Thanks for the 4 months. This is the run, yes. This is the run. The little Abba Daddy Dog there. The little Abby Daddy Dog emote. Oh, jeez. There we go, guys. Line you up a little bit better. Then I'm gonna have to channel a certain somebody from a certain movie very, very quickly. Oh, gosh. Ugh. Oh. You're at 50-18, King Iopa, with the Blaze. Dude, sub 50 with Blaze. I mean, 4 elevators scary with any character. So yeah, it gets really intense. It's almost like pre-4 elevator, the game is kind of like you know, like a 5 in difficulty. Then 4 elevator, it goes all the way up to a Spinal Tap 11. So yeah, the increase in difficulty on 4 elevator is really, really drastic, and it's just kind of like that moment where once you can get through a 4 elevator no Deathlet Mania, you've now become like a good player. Before that, you're a garbage player. You should be ashamed of yourself. You should apologize to your parents. Yeah, I'm sorry, Mom and Dad, I'm sorry. Played 4 elevator today and I lost. Oh my gosh. No child of ours, you know? It's that kind of thing. How we doing, Velvet? By the way. Sorry. Yeah. Well, I'm saying, yeah, well, it's like, comparatively to this game, yeah, like, comparatively to this game, 4 elevator is, yeah, like a 7 out of 10. If 7 elevator is a 10, 4 elevator is a 7. Because 8 elevator, I actually give it to as being the harder elevator than 4. Hmm. Good enough. What's up, Torque Hammer? Sorry. How's it going, Kendo? Thanks for good luck, Kendo. Yeah. The 11 out of 10 goes to the Stage 7 elevator, yeah. Stage 7 elevator is one of the hardest things you can do in gaming. Like if you're playing a legitimate game where you are capable of getting through something and you're not losing because of jank, like bad controls or something like that, you know. Yeah, Stage 7 elevator in this game is legitimately one of the hardest things you could probably do in a good game. I don't even know what Power Wash Simulator is. It's Etsy, how's it going? It's technically evening though, but no worries. Dawn Militia, what's up? Good to see you. Been a while. Oh, thanks for the good luck. Yeah. Thank you, it's Etsy, for the good luck. Make sure, yeah, you gotta make sure you say hello to everybody else, and then you can say hello to me. Oh, yeah, thanks, Demolition. Was that a Donovan uppercutting, or is that what that is? That little emote? I'm a little hard for me to see it. You end up having, when you're a Streets of Rage player, you end up having nightmares of Donovan's uppercutting you. It's probably like similar for people who play games with uppercutters, you know? Street Fighter players have nightmares of Sagat uppercutting them, and yeah, you get uppercutted by Donovans, yeah. Trying to speedrun and dealing with Donovans is, speedrunning is just a whole different mentality than, like, life running. Because life running's really, like, it's actually pretty casual. Doing no death runs. Until you get to 7 elevator. Or, you know, until you get to, like, 4 elevator, then it's like, okay, back to, like, a little bit more casual. And then now I'm, like, you know, there's just, like, more brief moments of, like, intensity, as opposed to speedrunning, which is every single section matters a lot. And yeah, I don't know. And I'm not a huge fan of like resetting. This is why I try and play really good so I can get to 7. Because I do not like resetting. Yeah, the Z's on Y Island. There was a mod that replaced all the Gauzias. I think it actually put all red enemies in the game. So you had to play through the game with like all the Donovans being like red, crazy red Donovans. Do tons of damage. Oh, yeah, there's nothing wrong with being a casual, but most people who think they're a casual they're not actually a casual. Like, they're really just like, they're basically just a casual in comparison to like the top, the absolute top players. That's really what it is. There's a lot of like pretty hardcore players who are really good, but they're just not like one of the absolute top players, that's all. Yeah, I don't think I've done a no-death Streets Race 4 Mania Plus. I don't think it'd be too tough to do. I'm gonna... I do plan on returning to Streets 4, and I'm going to probably just go straight to perfects. Perfects full combos. So perfect on every level, which means you don't ever get hit, and a full combo, which means like the moment you punch a guy, you don't drop combo till the stage is over, and run the full game like that. That's actually what I'd like to do. So I don't know who I want to do it with, though. It's either going to be Shiva, Blaze, or Estelle, because I don't want to jump back into like someone I used to play with, like Max or Floyd. I'd rather jump into like somebody I haven't played with as much, but looks really fun to play with. I did, not in the latest version, whatever version 8 is. I did No Death, Estelle, and Shiva my first time playing when that version got first released. So when that version first got released, I played with Estelle and Shiva on the top difficulty, of whatever the top difficulty was at the time. And I No Deathed it. My first time playing with them. So it's not like, like No Deathing the game is not going to be, it's not a challenge worthy of, you know. Like, I think any really good player is going to be able to no death that game. You know, it's not like to take away from no deathing that game. It's just that like, if any really good player can do it, I'm not interested in doing it. I'm going to go for like what the like, okay, well now what can the only like absolute top do, and I'm going to try it for that instead. So I don't know if I'll do it or not, but I would like to try for it. It sounds brutally difficult. He said, yeah, Streets 3 and Streets 4 No Death were around the same difficulty level. Okay, yeah. So it's like I have Streets 3 No Death, every single character. Oh yeah, the scissor kicks. I love that scissor kick move that Axel 3 does. Yeah, that's super fun. Yeah, I got to level 40 plus on survival mode using that scissor kick. You know. Yeah, I know there's a Mania Plus update. I've played the Mania Plus update. I just haven't deep dived into it. Oh yeah, Max Bogart, how's it going? Well, then you're talking about Bare Knuckle 3 instead of Streets of Rage 3. But yeah, the Japanese version's way easier. Yeah, the American version, you know, if you throw it on easy mode, I think the game stops at stage 5 and doesn't let you continue. So you get like kind of like the bad ending, basically. So you got to go on normal mode, and the American version on normal mode is not. It's not normal. It's ridiculously hard on normal mode. And then hard mode is even harder. So that's really the issue with the American version of Streets of Rage 3 is that it's not something most players can even play and actually play through the game. The buggier one, yeah. I don't know. I wonder what yeah, I'm not 100% sure like what percentage of the gaming population, you know, if they wanted to, would be able to get through Streets of Rage 3 even on normal mode. I'm not sure. But it might be like, you know, something like 10%, which is just not really feasible on a normal mode difficulty of a game. But it's just that old school hard kind of thing. Whereas like probably like 90% of people can get through Streets of Rage, Bare Knuckle 3, the Japanese version. Thanks, Illuminoff. Yeah, I thought I would hit you, but I hit the guy instead. That's fine. Alright, don't mess up the boss. A couple boss mess ups. Alright, we're going to 7. I'm gonna silence you guys. How's it going, Mr. Demonic? Yeah. So last time I played, I jump. A lot of times what I'll do is I'll do the dance to get 6 boss by himself without the jets. Oh, then I'll jump away from him and away from the jet spawn point, and the last time the boss jumped with me, then suplexed me right into the jet spawn point. So I was like, okay, so this time I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna walk away, and if he comes after me, I'll just do a defensive special, because even if I kick backwards with it, I'm not gonna go far enough back to pull the, never mind, look at this. Once again. Anyway, it was kind of like that. You can just get, you can get knocked into the spawn point and pull a bunch of guys. Yeah, so if it ever looks like what we're doing is like weird, that's typically what we're doing. We're trying not to pull extra spawns. Get ourselves into a bunch of trouble. Yeah, it is the Columns 3 guy. He's, Columns 3 guy is basically pretty famous around here. One of our favorite what the heck and why, like, things around here is the Columns 3 guy. We still have no idea who this guy is, why he's on the cover of the game, why it looks like he peed his pants. I mean, like, there's just so many questions about the Columns 3 guy. How's it going, Chief? Did you just come in, Chief? He's our lucky guy. Yeah. He's the guy that you, like, show a picture of to people, and you're like, see this guy? Don't ever get inside of this guy's van. You know? He's that guy. Son of a gun, dude. Stink you, stupid ninja. Velvet, yeah. Carl's trench coat. He goes, yeah, he wears a trench coat. And only a trench coat. Alright, here we go. Come on up. Easy. So easy to get punked. Fermi, I can't even get a no-death blaze in this game. I guess technically it's something that you could do. Really, what you do is you would run Axel back to back all the games. Like, if you were to choose a character to do it with, Axel's the one that you would choose to do it with. And it would be... because 2 would be the hardest to get it with in. Yeah. But the trouble is that Blaze is easiest to get no death with in 1. So you'd be kind of like putting yourself at a disadvantage. Then Blaze and Zan are easier to get no death with in Streets of Rage 3. Axel might be like probably the hardest to get it in 4. I don't know, maybe he's... but I don't play too much Axel in 4, so... yeah, if you don't have to do it in order though, and you can get the first game, I mean, yeah, you don't have to do it in order, and you can go game the second game first. So long as you're really comfortable with the other games, it wouldn't be too big of a deal, actually. What about Game Gear ports? Racknut? No. Roll plus uppercut spam? Okay. Yeah, I mean the hard part would be just getting up to like, getting to that point in all the games where you'd be comfortable enough to pull off a challenge like that. But I don't actually think it would be, yeah, I don't think it'd be too hard to actually do a no death all 4 games. I don't think it'd be all that much more difficult. Especially if you could choose your character. Rue's pretty easy to no death in 3 once you learn his strengths. Yeah, but he's... I mean, he takes longer because he does so little damage. But yeah, you're basically just using his punch spam every chance you get. Other than you're using back attack. Ooh, I didn't know if I was gonna be able to get that. Oh. Oh my gosh, Final Crash, how's it going? It's been a while. Human posture is naturally threatening to kangaroos. That kind of makes sense. Because they probably go into that like upright position when they're like about to fight. I'll tell you this right now though, kangaroo doesn't want to mess with me. I'll tell you that much right now. I mean, there's a reason why we don't have kangaroos in America. It's because I took care of them. That's why. But yeah, it really does make you wonder, like, why more animals don't travel by jumping like that. It just seems like such a cool way to get around. Yeah, people used to actually fight kangaroos. Like boxing matches and stuff like that. It's just... oh, jeez. honestly, though, the best person to do, other than 4, because I don't know how that would go. But yeah, King Iopa is the best person to do a like no death all 4 games challenge. I just don't know how well he does in 4. But the first 3 games, if you went just the first 3 games, like all 3 games, no death, you know, that challenge, I think King Iopa would get it like in a month. Like throw on Axel. Blaze for the first game, Axel for the second game, and then third game maybe like you gotta play somebody else, you know? Like you have to pick a different character each game. Yeah, King Iopa's really, really good. The biggest issue I would have is I would forget, because it's 3 different games. I'd forget, like, what am I supposed to do next? Where am I supposed to go? What's going on? And then I'd die to, like, something stupid because I just completely forgot. Like, oh yeah, there's this guy that drops here, and you're supposed to do this strat on him that makes it really easy. I practically do that while I'm playing this game, you know? And I'm only playing this game right now. Mania, yeah. I mean, if you could throw Axel on, though, King Iopa, do you think it would take you longer than a month to get a no-death Axel? Because it's really about, like, what you'd have to do is make sure that, like, your 1 and 3 is so solid that once you get a no-death 2, you're going to be able to get a no-death 1 and 3. Like, no problem. Like, I think in a month I could get my Axel back up to shape and have a no-death Axel again. That's my assumption. Yeah, once again, yeah. See, I've never actually done a no-death 1. But, I mean, I could definitely learn how to no-death 1 and get a no-death on 1. I don't think it would be too difficult for me to do. Skate 2 Axel All. Oh my gosh, what a cool concept. Axel All, I really like the name of that too. Shiku Booty, thank you for the good luck. Oh, yeah. The real question is, what would it take for you to want to try that challenge, King Iopa? Is it the Sega Genesis games, or does Streets of Rage 4? I'm asking everybody here. Does Streets of Rage 4 have to be included in this, or is it just the Sega Genesis games? For the full package, yeah. I feel like. Oh, awesome! Thanks for stopping by, Final Crash. Yeah, it's always good. Always good to see you. Yeah, Final Crash is the first person to have no death in Streets 3 with all the characters, and who I learned how to play the game from by watching his videos. For anyone who doesn't know, really, really good Streets 3 player. Oh. Yeah. That punch is actually really hard to get. Certain Toes on, yeah, Super Street Fighter 2. Well, yeah. Yeah, every time, like, M. Bison's coming in with this, like, psycho, whatever that thing's called, torpedo, you just, like, do your fast jab. Just spam that fast jab to, like, jab him out of it. Oh, man. Guys? Last guy, come on, dude. You can do it. Come on. No, I would say it doesn't have to be with a specific character. I think it's just about getting through the game. I feel like if somebody wanted to do a like all Axel or something like that, that's like that would be like another even more intense challenge to just like. But like, yeah, really Axel and Blaze are the only two characters that are in all the games. So, and Axel's the only one that it makes any sense to do it with. if you're gonna go all like one character for all the games, because getting Blaze done in 2 is so difficult. Need a decent PC for Streets of Rage 4, yeah. Either a decent PC or you need a game console that has it. Yeah, the all-axle 1 to 4 would be a ridiculously crazy challenge. Because there's easier characters in Streets 1, 3, and 4 than Axel, so you're like intentionally making it harder on those ones. But Axel is the way to go on 2, which is the hardest game, so it probably wouldn't be that much more difficult if you're already at the point where you can get the Axel in 2. You just have to make sure that you can get the Axel in the other games, like, and you're really comfortable with it. Yeah, that's just it. You get Mania 2 with Axel, then you die on 4. Like, I mean, you like, that'll drive a person crazy. Are you yarging there, son? How's it going, Din? If I could change 3 things in the Streets of Rage games, what would I change? That's a good question. Maybe too good, some might say. The first thing I would do is I'd change Max in 4. And I'd have Max in 4 be more like Max. Like, yeah, I don't like the way Max plays in 4. I kind of wish he was a different character. Like, I don't like that he's got a short jab, the range on it. I think he should have long range, slow punches, just like Max, you know? And then, like, really, like, heavily, he should heavily rely on grabs and throw attacks and that kind of stuff. But I feel like currently the way he is, it's more like, you know, the vortex vacuum and... Yeah, I'd make him so he has fast throws as well, because I don't like his like overhead slam that he does. It takes like forever to do, and it has like all these iframes, and I don't know. But that's just me, you know. Oh yeah, I'm gonna try the thing again. Max Force should have a grab special. Yeah. Yeah, that would be nice as well. I don't know how close to him I'm supposed to be. Was that kind of it? I at least got him to block. Yeah, I got him to block, but I didn't do any damage. Yeah. I also think it would have been cool if they made it where, like, Max can grab in the air, you know. So, like, if you pop a guy up, you can just jump up, hit, like, attack, and re-grab him. Or hit, like, jump up, hit, like, you know, something. So you can grab in the air, then you have to actually, like... So you could just be doing atomic drops, popping a guy up, grabbing him, atomic drop. Like, that'd be kind of cool to be able to do that kind of stuff. Yeah, he does that grab in the air and then auto slams afterwards. I'm not a huge fan of it, though, of just the way it is and how it feels. And but yeah, he does have the grab in the air. But I do think, like, that could have been, like, a cool opportunity to give him, like, a spinning pile driver or something like that. And to make it a little bit more, like, because that move, like, you just fly across the screen with that move and kind of, like, auto-track the guy, and I think it would have been cooler just having it, like, be more just like a grab in the air. Like, if that guy popped up there, and then I had to, like, jump towards him, boom, grab him again, you know. And then hit your special button, spinning pile driver, that kind of thing. I think that would have been, like, really cool, and made you feel like you earned it. But, yeah, there's a lot of, like... Yeah, I think there's a lot of weird iframes in Streets 4 where it feels like a little bit of covering up the fact that you know, they're kind of compensating for the fact that the attacks don't necessarily make 100% sense. What's up, everyone? Major? Yeah, grabbing the air would be great against Jet. Yeah. There is no Jet in 4. See Zardia? How's it going? Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of things about 4, though, that I would change. I would also make it, like, so the characters were a little bit more just... different from each other. I wouldn't make it so everyone has, like, an off the ground. I wouldn't make it so everyone has, you know, like a grab special or that kind of stuff. Like, I would really just make it where some characters have, like, a jumping special, some characters can run, some characters can dash, some characters... I wouldn't even mind if they, like, added, like, a blocking mechanic to one of the characters. I think that would be kind of cool, because it's like, let's just have a bunch of different cool stuff going on. And then you have to really learn, like, a different style to play the different characters. Stage 7 hype building, yeah. I gotta get through 4 first, that's the whole thing. Yeah, New Era is great. I mean, anyone who hasn't played Streets of Rage 2 New Era, if you like Streets of Rage, look up Streets of Rage 2 New Era on the internet, and then you can get it for your PC, and yeah, it's basically like playing Streets of Rage 2. It is playing Streets of Rage 2, but a lot of stuff gets fixed. You know, the lag gets fixed, and some of the bugs get fixed that are annoying. Play a remake for only for L and Rudra. Streets of Rage X has blocks and parries. Oh jeez. We're gonna lose. We're gonna lose, everybody. First night. That's all I'm gonna say. First night, everybody. That's it. That's all I gotta say. Yeah, we got the avid dog done. Wee. How's it going, William? 5 million. Oh man, I'm telling you guys, that first night, you only have to watch first night, like the first 5 minutes, because he gets into a sword fight with this guy. And then afterwards the guy's like, you know, teach me how to be a sword fighter like you. And he starts telling the guy like the rules of like, okay, like let's see if you could handle this. That's it. That's all you gotta watch. And after you watch that, you're either gonna be like, I see exactly what Anthop's talking about with this movie. Or, unfortunately, you're not gonna be a champion. That's really it. You're either gonna get it, or is this the last run today? I hate not knowing that. I hope not. It's if I know death, it'll be it'll be the last run today. If I don't know death, it won't be the last run today. Now I need a Richard Gere emote, I know, right? Oh, jeez. I love how Blaze can't even kill a Gauzia with the Ford special. It's like so little damage. What? No. No, Richard Gere didn't. That's just like one of those dumb rumors that like doesn't even make any sense. He never did that. Yeah. It's standard for me to mention first night. You'd you'd know. Oh, gosh. Yeah. I wouldn't mention First Night if I wasn't using its philosophy to actually see my way through stage 4, you know, but I actually am using it. And it works. Oh gosh. Oh man. She can kill a Gauzy with a fireball, just not the bigger one. Yeah, yeah. Still though, I gave 2 punches to the bigger health Galzia, and she still couldn't take him down after the 2 punches. That's crazy. That means that it takes 3 punches? 3 punches and a fireball to get a bigger health Galzia down? Thanks, Salad. Oh, man. Oh. I can't. I can never tell, but I hope Torkhammer isn't too offended by that. It's definitely giving me the giggles over here. Yeah, well, I know everyone says Mania wasn't supposed to be beaten. I mean, it is kind of true, though. Like, developers did do that. They did put in difficulties that were, like, ridiculously unfair. And it does seem like Mania and Very Easy were just like development tools to like test the game. Like someone just doesn't, you know, whatever. They just want to casually play the game, not have to worry about the guys too much. Throw it on Very Easy and you can get through the game and, you know, test stuff that you want to test while still having enemies coming at you and punching and doing that kind of stuff without it being like you're ever in danger, like dying or losing or anything silly like that. And then if you want to test, you know, how much can the Sega Genesis actually handle, you throw it on Mania. Oh my gosh. Speaking of hitting things with a hammer, I ended up watching Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 last night. Let me tell you, there's got some scary stuff in that movie, I'll tell you that much right now. Some scary stuff. And there's definitely a scene with a hammer. And yeah, it turns out you hit something with a hammer enough times, yeah. Yeah. Mania is the same as hardest 2 players. What do you mean? How do I like Dennis Hopper? Too JJ for a while. Yeah. I mean, interesting. I'm definitely glad I saw it because I feel like there's some like good stuff in it, you know. Yeah, I mean, just, it was absolutely... It was a crazy one. Definitely a crazy one. It had some, like, jump scares in it, and the right kind of jump scares, because basically all the jump scares come from, like, Leatherface. As opposed to, like, you know, other movies that have jump scares and they're just, you know, like, it's like doves or flying or something stupid. And you're like, why are you making this a jump scare? But yeah, there was a couple jump scares with Leatherface that were just so good. And there's a scene where Leatherface is, like, chasing Stretch, who's the name of the woman in the movie. down like a hallway, that was just freaking my freak out. It was so scary. It's yeah. But yeah, I definitely get a little bit scared when I'm watching some of the horror films. Mania 2-player no death? Yeah, 2-player on Mania is actually easier to no death. Mr. Enforcer. Let's go that way. Yeah, so he ends up, the guy that works in the radio station with her, Leatherface ends up kind of like filleting that guy, and that's what ends up killing the guy. So you could say that Leatherface killed that guy. But yeah, there's not like, Leatherface kills the people, the frat boys at the beginning of the movie as well. At the very beginning of the movie, there's like frat boys in the car. So yeah, Leatherface does kill people in the movie. He might be the only one who kills people in the movie. I don't remember if the other guy does anything. Yeah. Me and my brother have done a no-death 2-player on Mania. We don't have a recording of it though, but we've done it. So, so for the one person who doesn't believe me because I don't have a recording of it, sorry, I don't have a recording of it. But I think everybody else is pretty sure that I'm going to be able to pull something like that off, and then I'm not going to just say it and lie about it. Yeah, that movie, I was watching that one with my friend years ago, like when it first came out, and we were both like freaked out by it. Oh, then there was a scene where the anvil fell and hit that old witch lady in the head, and we were like, wait a second, is this like a comedy? But anyway, the movie totally freaked us out, even though it is a comedy. It's almost more a comedy than a horror film, but there's stuff in it that's just so creepy. Oh, thank you, Soch King. Wait a second, why is the believe in quotations? Jim Herring, copy Bruce Campbell's possessed hand, liar, maybe. But yeah, I think Army of Darkness is like, that might be my favorite of Sam Raimi's films that's not a Spider-Man movie. Is that all of them? I don't even remember. Hopefully it is. Who do I think possessed the hand better, Bruce or Jim? I actually give it to Bruce Campbell. The quote, yeah, the quotes mean I really believe it. It's just so you don't have to put it in all caps and burn people's eyeballs. It's because Twitch doesn't allow you to underline, that's why. Yeah, the best is when Bruce Campbell's in the graveyard and he blocks the skeleton from poking his eyeballs. You know, he pulls one of these to block the skeleton from poking his eyeballs. And then the 2 fingers. The skeleton uses 2 hands to poke his eyeballs with the 2 fingers. That was, let me see if I can do this. That was some great stuff. And then he sticks his tongue out, and the skeleton hand grabs his tongue. Yeah, that's about as good as it gets. Oh. But yeah, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. One of the best parts about watching it is there's this scene in The Burbs where Tom Hanks is watching TV and he keeps flipping to all these different horror films. And when I was a kid, I saw The Burbs. And the Texas Chainsaw Massacre comes up with like Leatherface bursting through the wall. And I never knew what that was from. But it always freaked me out because in The Burbs they don't show it. Like what happens. So anyway, it was cool getting to watch and be like, there's the scene. That's the scene that I've always seen from like The Burbs. Because it's in Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. Yeah, The Burbs is really good. I love the beginning where it just like introduces all the characters. They all have their own little theme song, including the dog, you know. How's it going, King Blue? Yeah. Oh, hit the guy! Vitriol, thank you for the raid. As I'm getting wrecked here. You have to let us know what it is you were playing. Tell us all about it. Oh jeez, hopefully I don't mess this up. We're going to 7. I'm just gonna silence you guys real quick. Who's playing Halo Infinite? Oh, nice. You're playing Halo Infinite, yeah. You don't play Streets of Rage 2, but you play Streets 4, Street Fighter 2 sometimes, yeah. Yeah, whenever someone says Street Fighter, I'm always assuming that they don't mean 1. I guess nowadays, like, it could mean, like, any of the Street Fighter games. But yeah, I never assume somebody, when they say Street Fighter, that they mean Street Fighter 1. I don't know if there are any, like, actual Street Fighter 1 players out there, where it's like, that's their game. Yeah, you do play, yeah. I assumed it was a do play, and I was like, it's either a do play or it's a you don't play 2, but you do play all the other stuff. I was like, oh, that's interesting. But yeah. Oh, very cool. Yeah, well, if people are interested in that, they should definitely follow you. Because I would assume everyone here is interested in 2. Yeah, autocorrect. The thing that creeps me out is like when they just like write in full sentences for me. Like, you can just pick this whole sentence here, you know. I'm like, I don't, what? Like, you don't even have to type anything anymore. It just does it for you. It creeps me out. Lord, Lord, there's a Street Fighter 2? Yes, yes. There's an original Street Fighter. And I've played it. And let me tell you, there's a reason why people don't play that one. Just grab it. I don't know if I got this guy or not. Not. I don't like this. Yeah, the jets, man. I just cannot get good jets going. What's up, Stained Glass? I don't think I said hi to you yet. Yeah, it's the least likely section to get through, is that jet section. There's just, you gotta get 4 guys under you, and then the jet's gotta cooperate. And then you gotta maintain the 4 guys under you while getting rid of the other guys one by one. And then the next jet's gotta cooperate. And it's like, it's just so, there's just so many variables that are gonna go wrong in it. And they always go wrong. So it's rare that they don't, that it doesn't go really bad. But yeah, anyway, sometimes I can kind of power through it a little bit by just staying the course, then it works out. But that time it's like I tried powering through it, I just couldn't handle all the chip damage. Dorano? Is that how you say your name? Yeah, really, it's just, yeah, the jets, they just don't want to cooperate. It's really horrible. Yeah, I don't know how to make it more consistent. Oops. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, another big problem is that too, where like you need health for the ninja section. Too slow. I'm gonna have to turn my volume back on for you guys. gonna die on stage 1, please. There we go. Oops. Don't die, Blaze. Okay. Not good. Okay. We're back in it. Try and get this done. Get through the first 6 stages as best I can. Get back into 7 as soon as possible. Oh, another great thing about Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 is Dennis Hopper's stunt double. Doesn't look anything like him, and they're not even like trying to hide the stunt double's face. And this guy, like, anytime there's like Dennis Hopper's like swinging a chainsaw, it's the stunt double. And you're just like, you're just a totally different dude there. You gotta love that about the older films. You couldn't, like, you know, digitally like replace somebody's face or do anything like that. They just were like, all right, this is the stunt double, just a different person. Everyone just accepts the fact that like it's just the same guy doing it, even though we just all know it's gonna be a stunt double. Oh gosh. But yeah, that's gonna be the end of scary movies for me. I'm gonna move on to probably like more holiday style stuff. So I'll have to watch like Christmas Vacation at some point. I've seen it, but I just like watching it every year. Krampus? I've seen Krampus, yeah. Krampus isn't bad, yeah. Yeah, the stunt double. Yeah, I have the stunt double playing the game for me. Yeah, just during the hard parts. That's just it. That's what really I would be the stunt double. That's the thing. Go on somebody else's stream once they get to like the hard stuff, then I just stunt double in for them and take care of it. I just have to dress the same as them. That's all, you know. Like just put them in like a cowboy hat or something so you can't tell that it's me, you know. That's probably the best idea ever, to do something like that. Oh, jeez. What? Am I gonna lose to the jet here? Try to see if I can power through this one. Once 11, it's 11 p.m. for me, a little after 11 p.m. Once that hits, I definitely feel the tiredness. Yeah, Jet's sky drop moves just... It's when Jet's like, what size shoe am I? You know, it's that move. Huh. It's weird that they have a poster for Bare Knuckle 2. It's almost like it's not out yet. There's a poster for Bare Knuckle 2, but then in the arcade it's Bare Knuckle. It's not the second one. So it's almost like they're advertising the fact that the second one's coming. Only we're playing the second one right now. That's what's weird about it. So it's almost like in their world, the second one hasn't come out yet. But in our world, it's out and we're currently playing it. You know that Skydrop is a move from Pokemon, right? No, I don't know that. Who does Skydrop? Does Pikachu? Does Pikachu do it? Yeah, I'm not as versed in Pokemon as... Yee. I played Red on the Game Boy, Pokemon Red, but that's the only Pokemon game I've played. And my younger brother used to watch the cartoon, and I would sometimes watch it with him. Yeah, I think there's Pikachu, There's Charmander. There's Bulbasaur. There's Squirtle. And then Brock had like that Onyx thing. I don't remember what Misty had. She had like a Goldeen or something. Eee. Ah. Yeah, I only know about like the first generation stuff, the 150. When Pokemon was about like, it only had like 150 Pokemon. I don't really know any of the newer ones. And like, I wasn't one of those people who was going to be able to remember like all 150 Pokemon. Except for Snorlax. I know Snorlax. Snorlax is the bomb. Dragonite was pretty cool. And I think Charizard or whatever that final form is went up against Dragonite. That was pretty good. $151. There was 151? I thought there was only 150. Oh, Jigglypuff. I like Jigglypuff. I used to play some Jigglypuff in on the N64 Smash Bros. And Jigglypuff was terrible in that game. But when you pulled off the like sleep move on people, it was just so good. Charizard, Charmander's final evolution, yes. Yeah, Jigglypuff I think is top tier in Melee, one of the top tier characters. But in Super Smash Bros. On the Nintendo 64, before Melee, Jigglypuff was by far the worst character. But I played pretty much everyone in that game. And I played them pretty good. I don't know who I would say is top tier in that game. It might be Luigi. It just might be Luigi on the N64. Yeah, Kirby's really good, Pikachu's really good. Like, if you're a beginner, those are probably the two characters I tell someone to play as. Kirby or Pikachu, because they're just the most beginner-friendly. And then, what's it called? Link is really bad in that game too. Because he doesn't have a way of getting back on the platform. It's really easy to knock him off the platform. But I liked playing with Link. Well, that's just great. Okay. See what we can do here. Nope. Too late. Oh, jeez. So yeah, so I guess there's an exploit against Zamza where if you blow up the egg sack, Zamza will block, and then you can use your sword to get a quick kill on Zamza because he's being hit by the explosion, and then you're also doing damage to him with the sword. I just don't know how to do it, but yeah. I was just being told that it's like something that you can do, so I'll show it off. Maybe I'll show it off next time if I can remember to actually like look it up and learn how to do it. Yeah. That's what I do. I try and do sweet stuff. That's why they call me the sweetheart for Age. Streets of Rage is sweetheart, really. Because I try and do sweet stuff, you know? Then he gets caught in the explosion, yeah. Yeah, I'll have to look and see what the timing and the spacing and all sorts of stuff is for it that they're doing. See how well first knighting it is going to work here. This run. Because, yeah, definitely do feel the tiredness. Is it like the Handshake of Doom? Is that what they're doing? Where he's being hit by both sides. One's the sword, the other one's the explosion. I wonder if that's what it's doing. It's similar, but it doesn't look janky. Yeah, okay. It doesn't soft lock the character, yeah, so it's not a handshake then, yeah. Something else. How's it going, Calson? I'd probably put Streets 4 as the number 2. Beat 'em up. Thanks, Icy Manicotti. Yeah. How's it going, 24-hour convenience? Mm-hmm. Thanks for the good luck. 24-hour convenience, yeah. Hey, Natty, how's it going? Natty, you don't do the wolf with the heart in its mouth anymore? Oh. Okay. Oops. Yeah, bosses have iframes on get up. Then once they go like to their, now they're just a normal mob. They don't have the iframes anymore, so that's why you'll usually see us doing some silly trick with the boss, but then like with one of their little, clone buddies, we can just stand on top of them and throw loop them. Except for Sam's that's always got iframes on get up because he does the weird get up. How's it going, Caddy? Oh, jeez. Yeah, you're never, that's the whole thing. You can't just have some like anti-cheese thing in your game and not expect people to figure out how to cheese your game. It's really more like, how do you want people to cheese your game? Like, what's more acceptable to you? Is it, and like, the cheese in games is what makes them fun. Like, animation cancels and all that stuff in like earlier games were all just like glitches. But it makes the game fun, so they leave them in. And now all that stuff's just part of games. But yeah, I mean, what Streets of Rage 4 did was just gave everyone armor. But I actually prefer bosses having iframes on get up to armor. I think the armor was just not the best choice. And yeah, a lot of the Streets 4 updates also were like trying to get rid of like infinites, but it's like some of those infinites were really fun to use. Really fun. Some of them were pretty difficult, and it didn't necessarily make the game better when they were like trying to remove them. And then people would just find a different way to infinite. Like, you can't stop people from doing it. They're like, alright, no more infinites for, this character. And it's like, okay, well, we just figured out a whole different way of doing it now. That's all. Just a different setup. Yeah, the ninjas went pretty good. Or are they pirates? That's the real question. Because the game actually says that they're pirates. Yeah, I mean, I think people are always going to criticize everything, though. So it's like... I mean, there's people who don't like to play chess. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not, like, a huge fan of playing chess, either. But then, like, in order to really appreciate chess, you have to get to a really high level to really appreciate, like, all that it has to offer. And I think Streets of Rage 2 is the same way. Like, not everyone likes it, in the same way that not everyone's gonna like chess, but in order to really appreciate the game. Fortunately, though, I think this game is a lot of fun to play even when you're not very good at it. Why don't I talk that way about Streets of Rage 3? So... Because Streets 3, isn't chess. That's why. It's... I mean, Streets 3 is a lot more, get into good location and win. That's more Streets 3. It definitely requires, like, high skill ceiling to play, but it doesn't require the same improvisation that you have to use in 2. Your timing, your real-time timing doesn't have to be as good. You do have to have really good timing to play 3, but you don't need real-time timing to play 3. Every character's forward special has tons of iframes other than Blaze for some weird reason, but like, that make no sense. But yeah, 3 is more like, know the strat and execute the strat and you're gonna win. 2 isn't necessarily like that, though. You can know the strat in 2, execute the strat, things go haywire, and then you have to think on your feet, use your character to the best of your ability. And I just like that style of play better. Yeah, I think, well, 3, the issue that 3 has is that it's not you can't play it casually. So it's not even something I suggest to people to play, unless, like, they're Streets of Rage fans. Whereas 2, like, anyone can jump on 2. Like, an 8-year-old can jump on 2 and have a good time. Just throw it on, like, you know, normal or easy mode. and they can get through the game. But you can't do that with 3. Is it going to be a subscriber? Thank you, guys. Huh. Good, we're going to 7. I'm gonna go ahead and silence you guys. We've had nothing but 7s today. But yeah. But I mean, if someone's like, if they're a fan of the Streets of Rage games, and they haven't played 3, I'm going to suggest 3 to them. Like, obviously play 3. But I'm just not going to suggest 3 to people because I'm like, it's just not a good introduction to beat 'em ups. You're going to get annihilated by that game. You're not even going to get past, like, the first level before you just are like, why am I even trying to play this thing? This is crazy. But, like, with 2, you can actually have a really good time with 2 if it's the first beat 'em up you've played. Oh yeah, the real Super Mario Bros. 2, yeah, the Japanese. Yeah, lost levels, yes. Super, super difficult. I mean, if that's your first experience playing Mario, like, you're not gonna like Mario. It's just... I haven't actually played Zelda 2, but... I've heard horror stories. Yeah, I mean, a person playing so Streets 1 is a more difficult game. It falls more in the like old school category. But with 2 on normal mode, you know, a person's going to be able to get through 2 on normal mode. Not maybe like their first try, but they're at least going to see like, oh, I can get through this game. Like, I'm going to be able to do it like when I learn the game and get better. They're not going to feel that way on 3. Like playing it on normal mode. They're gonna get wrecked. And most people aren't like going online and looking up like, you know, pro strats on like games and doing that kind of stuff. They're just, oh. Hmm. Ah, dumb, dumb, dumb. That's it. I can't get the freaking guys to cooperate. Oh, Kenny the Creator. No, you're Darth Vader. No. What was that, Salad? Is that a garbage game, Salad? Did you just say... Did you just give me a garbage game, Salad? Thanks for the good game, 1/3 Ninja. No, thank you for the for Zalad's garbage game. Yeah, Beast, we don't, there's not really a good strat for the, like, jets. That's kind of the best that we have, though, is just try and get the guys under you so you can handle the jets one at a time. Otherwise, you gotta deal with everyone all at once, which is gonna be almost impossible. Oh, thank you for the Stramaroni. Thank you for the Stramaroni. Oh, jeez. Yeah, the Galzia game. Is anyone raging right now? Let's see who's raging. Kaya now she's playing some Streets 4. Okay. Yeah, we'll raid Kaya Nosh. We'll keep the rage going here. Alright, everyone jump in for the raid. Everybody jump. Everybody jump in. Everybody jump.